the Cypress Sawmill. The purpose of this video clip is to show how to build this Kitset bench seat, which complements the Kitset table that Cypress Sawmill also produces. First of all, we round the corners of the timber using a router or even just sandpaper. Now pick the best sides of the boards and put them downwards, and try and make sure that they the natural curves of the wood sort of match each other, and then using the F clamps we just clamp them together. Now we're marking the position where we're ultimately going to cut the seat off, and the distance between the two marks depends on the length of the bench seat you're making. For a 3-seater it's going to be 1800 millimeters. Now we're cutting the cross members, which are 90 by 45s, and we cut them to the shape as detailed on the website, on the instructions. And here we're just creating a little bit of a flat spot on that angle so that the screws will sit neatly in there, just using a spade bit. And once we've done that, we drill pilot holes right through that piece using a 6mm drill, and right through that 90mm piece as well. And we measure 200 millimeters from our first marks and draw another line, and that's where we're going to position the cross members. They're going to be positioned on the inside of that line, and here we put glue on the cross member. And now this first screw is a 75mm long 14 gauge screw, and the top one we're going to use a 125mm long screw. Now we're cutting the legs out of 140 by 45, and now these are the leg bases, again cut to the profile as detailed in the instructions. And here we're drilling countersink holes on the underside of the leg bases, and then we're going to drill right through that using a 10mm drill bit. And these holes are to accommodate the M8 by 100 coach screws, which are going to fix the leg bases to the legs themselves. Here we're just using those screws and marking the position of the pilot hole that we're going to drill. And this pilot hole is a 4mm hole. Apply some glue and then proceed to screw the leg base to the leg using the M8 by 100 coach screws. They can just be screwed in there with a ratchet. Now we're taking the legs and fixing to the cross members. M10 by 100 coach bolts. Now we're fixing the skirt to the side of the seat, and this gives it just a little bit more strength and makes it a bit wider and makes it look heavier. Here we're positioning the angled braces, and this is to strengthen the leg structure. And impact drivers are an amazing device. Just using that to screw those, they will be
100mm long 14 gauge screws, and that leg is not going to budge. Here comes the exciting bit, is trimming the seat to length. And again, trimming to length. And now we're just going to take the sharp edges off the timber, and we're going to fix the end skirt. This just protects the timber, stops it from cracking, and it gives it a more solid look. And now we're just doing the finishing touches, oiling the seat, which will protect it from the outside conditions. We're using Osmo